Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Completion here to Claypool. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be checked down to Drake. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from the 20, and the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Barkley, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. This is Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, 66 yards. And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they are not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Drake, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts. Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A quick throw out right here. He's got it complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner. Still, decision to be made. The
good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points. I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they had. All right, partner, work with me here because
Obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.